This is my YouTube niche list. It shows all the niches on YouTube, the pros of them, the cons of them, and how much money you can make with them. As you can see, if you make personal finance content, you could be making $15 to $55 for every 1,000 views. This means that if you get 1 million views, you could be making $55,000. That's how good personal finance gets paid on YouTube. This is probably the best paid niche on YouTube. So second one is tech reviews. You could be making from $10 to $30 per video. The problem with this niche is that there are a lot of channels making content and reviewing tech, but it does have a plus. If you're a small channel, even if you have 5,000 subscribers, you can still get brand deals. You can still get free cameras, free laptops, free microphones to review on your channel. So even if you're not making a lot of money with this type of content because it's hard to grow, you will still get free tech from companies, which is money in the end. The third niche is health and fitness. You can make from $8 to $25 depending on what you're talking. If you're talking, for example, about bodybuilding and how to grow muscles and you get more technical, you will be making more money. But if you're just vlogging or just showing like how to do push-ups, you will be making $8. The fourth niche is real estate. It pays from $15 to $50 depending on what type of content you make. Now the fifth niche is probably the most popular niche on YouTube. It's gaming, and it pays from $3 to $8. It doesn't pay a lot, but you can be making a little bit more money if you make a very specific type of gaming content. For example, instead of just playing the game, you make a review about the game or you do some guides about the game. If you do that, you could be making more than $8 with gaming. Then we have education and how to. This is basically teaching people how to use Photoshop, how to use After Effects, how to build a website, how to mow your garden, how to record a video, and so on. Anything you can teach people. And you can make from $10 to $30 for each 1,000 views if you make this type of content. The really, really good part about this type of content is that it's evergreen content, which means if you title your video how to use Photoshop, when people search for this, they might find your video even 5 years from now, even 10 years from now, if the video is still relevant. So it's really, really good evergreen content because the more how to videos you make, the more views you get because they stack up. Now this niche is really cool, but it requires you to have a lot of patience because your videos will not get a lot of views in the beginning. Instead, you need to just post videos and you will progressively grow more and more as your videos get older and your videos compound more views. So it's a really good niche, but you need to have a lot of patience and you also need to know something which you can teach people. Now the seventh niche, it's cooking. The pros of it is that it appeals to everyone. So if you have charisma, if you have really good personality, you can appeal to a really large audience. If you don't have that, then it's going to be really hard to grow. With this niche, as you can see, you can make from $5 to $15 per every 1,000 views. Then we have beauty and makeup. This niche pays from $3 to $12. But the pros of this niche is that yes, you're not making a lot of money with the revenue, but the brands are going to pay you a lot of money. So beauty and makeup channels, even if they have just 100,000 subscribers or 200,000 subscribers, they get from $20,000 to $50,000 brand sponsorships to promote a product in their videos. So even if you're not making a lot of money with the revenue, you can get a lot of money from the brand sponsorships in this niche. Then we have parenting. For this, you have to be a parent. The CPM for this is $5 to $15. Then we have travel vlogging, which is really popular. The CPM is pretty low on this and the competition is really big. You can make from $4 to $10 for every 1,000 views, but as I said, the competition is really high. So if you want to blow up and in this niche, you need to do something really new and unique, or you need a really good personality. Then we have self-improvement, so videos about how to get better, how to make more money, how to have better skin, how to change your daily routine, how to change your life, how to be more motivated, how to do the right things. And usually in this niche you get from $3 to $8. Then we have lifestyle vlogging. This is basically everyday vlog. You just show your life. You can make from $3 to $8 on this niche. But the problem with this one is that it's really hard to grow. In order to grow in this niche, you need to have a really big passion for something. For example, a car or repairing cars or like sports cars. If you do have that, you can show your life, but it's more about cars and people are going to come and watch your lifestyle vlogging. But the car is like the thing that keeps the channel growing. So growing this niche, you need to have a passion for something, gaming, cars, anything. Then we have motivation, which is very similar with self-improvement. It has the similar CPMs from $10 to $35. It's kind of the same thing. Then we have investing. This one pays incredibly a lot. So it pays from $20 to $60. If you get like 10 million views on a investing channel, you get like $600,000. So 10 million views means $600,000. That's insane. So this niche pays a lot, and there are faceless channels who are doing this. They're basically showing stocks or dividend stocks, or just giving updates about the market. So it's a really interesting niche to look for. Then we have software tutorials, so basically how to use After Effects, how to use Photoshop, how to use CapCut, and so on. This niche can pay from $15 to $40. Then we have car reviews and mechanics. On this niche, you can make from $10 to $30. Then we have DIY and crafts. This one pays from $4 to $10. This is like I wouldn't go in this niche. It's why I made it yellow, because it's like the competition, it's super high. Too many people are doing this, and it's really time consuming to record these videos. And not only that, but a lot of people can steal your content. So if you do DIY and crafts, a lot of time you don't even show your face, you just show your hands, and just other people are just going to steal your content and post it as shorts and reels on Instagram. So I wouldn't go in this niche. It's not worth it anymore. Then we have luxury, so watches, cars, lifestyle, rich clothes, fashion, and so on. You can make from $20 to $50, and not only that, but the sponsorships are going to pay you a lot of money. So this is a really good niche. Then we have fitness equipment reviews. In this niche, you can make from $10 to $25. Then we have podcasting, and in this niche, you can make from $5 to $15. And the reason why I made it red is because it's really hard to grow with a new podcast today. Everyone is doing podcasts, and to be honest, no one wants to listen to you unless you are a celebrity or you are already popular, or unless you can get Elon Musk on your show. If you can get like a popular person on your show or a very interesting known person on your show, there's no reason why you should start podcasting. The CPM is not that good, and it's going to be really hard to grow, especially considering that there are way too many podcasts already. Then we have sustainable living. You can make from $5 to $12. This is basically minimalistic living, not spending money, how to save money, and so on. Then we have gaming tutorials. As I said before, if you make gaming tutorials, gaming guides, you can make a little bit more money than just making gaming content. And as you can see, you can make from $3 to $10, maybe even I would put here $15. Sometimes you can make pretty good amount of money with gaming if you do tutorials. Then we have movie and TV reviews. On this niche, you can make from $3 to $8. This niche sucks. Don't go into it. That's why I put it red. The competition is high. There are channels already who are doing this. So for you, it's going to be really hard to grow. It's going to be way too hard. I wouldn't go into this niche. If you want to go into this niche, you need to find a very specific way that's more unique to you in order to grow. Then we have crypto and blockchain. In this niche, you can make same like finance. You can make from $20 to $50 for every 1,000 views. But I put it in yellow because the competition is very high, and there's way too many bots, way too many faceless AI channels trying to do this. So it's going to be really hard to grow in this niche. Actually, the only time you can grow in this niche, it's when there's a bull run in the crypto market. So to grow in this niche, you can only grow basically every 4 years when the Bitcoin halving is happening and there's like a lot of attention on Bitcoin, because after that, no one is going to watch your channel unless you're already established. So I wouldn't really go into this niche. It can be a really big waste of time. Then we have science and experiments. It can be from $5 to $15. The reason why I put it in yellow is because it's really hard to do it. You actually need to know science. The videos are going to be really time consuming, and the brand sponsorships are not going to be that many. There's not a lot of things that can sponsor you when you do this type of content. Then we have pet care and training. So you video cats, dogs, or how to train dogs and so on. The CPM for this is from $4 to $12. Then we have ASMR. The CPM is from $2 to $7. It's worse than gaming, and I wouldn't go into this niche because the competition is super high, and it's just like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You will just waste your time. Then we have language learning. The CPM is from $10 to $20. Again, I wouldn't do this because there are apps who teach you how to learn a language, and the only way you can make money with language learning is if you actually sell a course or if you sell like one-on-one training. So unless you do that, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't go on language learning. Then we have fashion and style. You can make from $3 to $10. We have photography and videography. You can make from $10 to $30. The reason why I put it yellow, even if the CPM is high, is because the competition is really high. There are a lot of really good people who are doing this type of content, and it's going to be really hard for you to stand out in order to make enough views to actually make money with this. Then we have food challenges. This is probably one of the worst niches on YouTube. You can make from $2 to $8. It's just the cons are like health risk, low CPM, super high competition, and to be honest, this type of content is kind of old and no one really cares. Then we have entrepreneurship. The CPM for this is $15 to $40. This is a really good niche. It's very trending right now. So you talk about business, how to grow a business, how to make money online. This niche is really good right now. So I would go into this niche if you know how to make money or if you've made money before. Then we have budgeting and frugal living. So this is again about minimalistic living and how to save money. You actually have a really big CPM for such niche. Then we have stock trading. Again, same like finance, you can make from $20 to $60. This is a really, really good niche. In this niche, you can make updates about stocks, about dividends, stock reports, and so on. Then we have e-commerce and Shopify. This niche is really popular and it's still really popular. A lot of people are making a lot of money with this. The CPM is $15 to $40 per 1,000 views. The competition in this niche is super high. So if you're going to be making content about e-commerce and Shopify, you need to have a lot of expertise and you need a really good video. Then we have home decoration. The CPM is from $5 to $15 per 1,000 views. But the reason why I put it green instead of yellow is because not a lot of people are doing this. So if you can do this, you might get a lot of views much more easier because there's not a lot of people doing this. Then we have productivity tips. The CPM is from $10 to $30. Problem with this niche is that it's really hard to grow. You will not be Ali Abdal or someone else. It's really hard to grow to that level. It requires you to be the right person at the right time, doing the right thing. So I wouldn't really go into this niche. A lot of people are trying to go into this niche. So it's why I put it yellow. Then we have event planning. This is like, this niche makes no sense. But again, you can find an audience, but the CPM is pretty low. And it's kind of like, it's just the audience for this niche is very limited. Then we have minimalism, which is same with budgeting. It's from $5 to $12. It's a pretty good niche. If you live a minimalistic life, you can show your life. Then we have veganism. It's again a pretty good niche because not a lot of people are doing it. The CPM is from $4 to $12. Then we have books and reviews. This niche pays from $3 to $10, but the reason why I put it green is because again, not a lot of people are doing it. And if you know how to do a good job and explain a story like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, you can get some pretty nice amount of views on this niche. Then we have personal branding, and this is pretty much similar with entrepreneurship. So if you can talk about business, how to make money, how to market, how to so on and so on, you can make from $15 to $50 for every 1,000 views. Then we have 3D printing. This pays from $5 to $15. This is a really hard niche to get into. If you're not a Warhammer fan, it's going to be really hard to get views. Most people who do 3D printing, they just do Warhammer 3D printing. So you have to be a Warhammer fan in order to get views in this niche. Then we have home improvements. So home decoration, improving your house, how to change the walls and so on. This niche pays from $10 to $30. The reason why this niche is really good is because not a lot of people are doing it. So if you know how to change your walls, how to paint your walls, or how to create furniture, you're going to be very successful in this niche. Then we have legal advice. The CPM for this is from $20 to $60, but I put it in yellow because you need to be a lawyer to do this type of video. So if you're not a lawyer, don't do these types of videos because you probably have no idea what you're talking about. Then we have digital marketing. In this niche, you can make from $15 to $50. It's a pretty good niche, but again, kind of hard to get into and you need to know what you're talking about. Then we have yoga. The CPM for this is from $5 to $12. And the reason why it's red is because it's going to be impossible to grow in this niche. There's already way too many people doing it and it's just not going to be worth it for you to get into this niche. Then we have outdoor survival. The CPM for this is from $4 to $15. And the reason why I put it green, even if the CPM is so low, is because not a lot of people are doing this and a lot of people want to watch this type of a video. So the competition is low, but the demand is super high. If you have a tent and you want to go live in the forest for one day, go ahead, record yourself, make a vlog, and you might blow up if you go inside this niche. Then we have mental health. The CPM for this is from $10 to $30. So you talk about anxiety, you talk about disorders. If you have anxiety yourself, you can talk about your experience and so on. And then the last one, it's AI tools and tutorials. So you make tutorials about AI news and so on. The CPM for this is $15 to $40. It's a pretty good CPM. And this is also a new niche and it has growing demand. So this was my list of niches. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, make sure to watch this video again in order to make sure that you choose the right niche for yourself.